Hello everyone, how are you all? This is your educator G Vijaya Manorama. Subscribe my channel Vijaya Manorama Tutorials. As in the physics class 10th, we are discussing light chapter, light reflection and refraction. Refraction of light is today's topic. Reflection of light, already I have discussed the topic which is there in my channel. All the videos are there and नीचे description box में भी इसका link दिया गया है. Okay, so now our topic is refraction of light, which we are going to discuss. So be the best of yourself. It's better to achieve success rather than showing. So work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise, which I believe that hope you all have understood what I mean. Okay, be the best of yourself. It's better to achieve success rather than the showing. Okay. So today's topic is refraction of light. What is refraction of light? Before understanding the definition, simple examples we have at home. If you keep a spoon in a glass of water, if it is that glass glass which is made up of with glass only, you can find that little bending of that. Okay, all letters of a printed paper, if you see, which are lying below the glass slab, appear to be raised when you see through the glass slab. If small lemon is kept in the glass tumbler, or rasgullas, you all like rasgullas, no? So rasgullas, if it is kept in sugar syrup in a glass jar, it appears very big than the actual size when it is viewed from the sides. Okay, suppose a small stick is kept partially immersed in a water of glass tumbler. Okay, there also you will find that bending, which already in the first example which I said. So in all these cases, what is happening? Light rays travel through two mediums. Two mediums are there through which the light rays are traveling. So that is air and water. Okay, or air and glass. So here air is one medium. Okay, here glass or whatever I am taking, that is the glass is the second medium. It is medium 1, medium 2. So in all these cases where we are discussing the examples, there you find two media. So either it is water, air, glass, anything you can. Okay. So when this light ray is traveling are made to go from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, there is a change in the direction at the boundary which is separating the two media. So there is a change in this change, hope you are able to see this. Actually the light ray should go like this, but it has little bend at the interface which is separating both the medias. Okay, so the change in the, based on that, if we see the definition, the change in the direction of light, the change in the direction of light when it is passing obliquely from one transparent medium to the another transparent medium at the boundary separating two media is called refraction of light. Okay, this is called as refraction of light. So here this is incident ray. When it is passing in the second medium, either it is glass or water, whatever I have taken, so it will move towards the normal, and in this case if you see, it is moving away from the normal. Okay, in the second diagram, this is glass and this is air. Here now it is medium 1 and here it is medium 2. Okay, so this is called as incident ray, refracted ray. Okay, so optically rarer medium and optically denser medium we call. So here this air is a rarer medium and glass is a denser medium. So a transparent substance in which light travels is called as a medium. So this is the medium, air is a medium, glass is a medium. A light ray, if it is traveling through anything, that is called as the medium. So air, glass, water, alcohol, these all are the examples of optical media. So different media are said to have different optical densities. The speed of the light which depends on the optical density of that particular medium. What is the speed of the light? It is 3 into 10 to power of 8 meters per second. Whereas glass, speed of the light in the glass is 2 into 10 to power of 8 meters per second. In water, if we see, it is 2.25 into 10 to power of 8 meters per second. So here with these values, it is clear that the speed of the light is more in the air. It is more in the air. Okay, so a medium is rarer or denser. It depends upon the type of medium with which the given medium is compared. So a medium in which the speed of the light is more is known as optically rarer medium. The speed of the light, if it is less, is called as optically denser medium. So here glass is an optically denser medium. So with the optically denser medium, and air is a optically rarer medium. So what is optically denser medium and what is optically rarer medium? The definitions: a medium in which the speed of the light is more is known as optically denser medium. Next one is a medium in which the speed of the light is less is known as optically denser medium. Okay, so greater the difference in the speeds of the light in both the media, greater will be the deviation in the path of the light in the second media. Okay, it depends upon the speed of the light. Based on that only the direction also it changes. So now the next part is, what are the causes of refraction? So here if you see, once I want to repeat the definition. When light travels obliquely from one transparent medium into another, it gets bent. So this bending of light is called as refraction of light. So when this light travels from rarer to the denser medium, it bends towards the normal. When the light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Here you can see, when it is passing from rarer medium to denser medium, the light ray is bending towards the normal. When it is passing from denser medium to rarer medium, it will move away from the normal. So here you can see. So before understanding that, we must understand the causes of this refraction. Refraction of the light takes place due to change in the speed of the light when it is entering from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. Okay, so when a light ray is traveling, see here you can, when a light ray is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay, it bends towards the normal light ray. Okay, next one is, when a light ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal, bends away from the normal. Okay, if it is from opposite direction. Next, if the incident light ray, if the incident light ray is passing perpendicular, okay, if the incident light ray normally perpendicular on the surface of the glass slab, so then there is no bending. Okay, no bending of the light ray, and it goes straight. It goes straight. Okay, so generally you will find no effect in the refraction on looking at the objects through a glass pan. So the glass window pans are usually thin, and therefore the shift in the rays of light passing through them is not noticeable when it is passing through window pan. Okay, now the bending of stick or bending of pencil in the water. before understanding that, what is this actual cause of refraction? If you see, refraction of light takes place due to the change in the speed of light as it enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. Okay, so here bending of pencil in the water. Here if you see, a straight pencil I have taken AB is immersed obliquely in water. A portion of it appears to be shortened and raised up. Little piece you find it as a little, it is embossing out. It became very short. Okay, so these all things you will find. This is called as real depth. What is it called as? Wait, I'll change the pen. This is called as real depth. Okay, and this part is called as apparent depth. This is real depth and this is apparent depth. So due to the refraction of light, a virtual image of this pencil, we are finding it here as apparent position. So the immersed water of the pencil stick appears to be raised and been at a point O, here at this point O, on the surface of the water, and the stick, and this also we find it like this. So here also, with this also we can find out the refractive index. We have refractive index. Okay, so here refractive index. What is this refractive index? That also we'll discuss. Okay, real depth by apparent depth. So next one is, now the next topic is continuation of this. Other applications of refraction. Mirage is an illusion caused by the refraction of light waves because the light waves travel in a faster in the vomit. Next one is prism. This is also due to the refraction of light only. Triangular glass of prism that shows light refraction. Next, dispersion. So the separation of light into a spectrum by the refraction. Usually prism, through the prism when the light ray is passing, you will find rainbow colors, with jars, everything. So next one is rainbows after a rainstorm. After a rainstorm passes, sunlight refracts in the many small droplets of raindrops in the air. So these all are the applications of refraction. Okay, application of refraction: mirage, prism, dispersion, and rainbows. Okay. Next one, refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. The refraction of the light is going from one medium to another medium. It takes place according to two laws. Okay, that also we'll discuss according to two laws. So that is the next part of this discussion. So before going to that, if we see this, this is the glass slab which was taken. Okay, so glass slab, here when it was taken, the light ray is passing like this. Here W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so W, X, Y, Z. So we have given these names to the glass slab. It can be seen that the emergent ray BC is parallel to the incident ray AO. Okay, so but it is okay AO. So but it is distinctly displaced sideways, not disappeared, it was displaced, because through the glass slab We won't find it like a rainbow. Understand? So here this is because the angle of emergence is equal to the angle of incidence. Angle of emergence is equal to the angle of incidence. Understand? Here two times the diffraction took place, R1, R2. Okay, so what happens when a light ray is incident normally to the interface of the two media? There will be no bending of the light ray and it will go straight. Okay, so actually angle I is equal to 0, angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. So the incident ray goes along the normal to the surface. The emergent ray will also be among the normal to the surface. Okay. So here the shift is called as lateral displacement. What is this shift called as? Lateral displacement. Okay. So here always we know that angle I is equal to angle R. So here the through the glass slab, so it is emergent ray. Okay. Next. So loss of refraction is the next topic. How we have discussed about loss of reflection, here also the same loss of refraction. So the refraction of light is going from one medium to another medium, which is taking place according to two laws. Those are only called as, okay. What is the first law? The incident ray, the refracted ray normal to the interface of the two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. Next one is the ratio of the sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction is always constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media, sin I by sin R. Okay. So here the second law is called as Snell's law. This is called as Snell's law, which is given by scientist Wilbur Snell. 1621. In 1621, Wilbur Snell has discovered this. According to Snell's law, the refraction of the light, the ratio of sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of diffraction is always constant for the light of a given color and for a given pair of media. Okay. So that is only this formula you need to remember. So if I is incidence, angle of incidence, and R is angle of refraction, so according to Snell's law, the sine I by sine R is always constant. So the constant value is only called as refractive index. The constant value is called as refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first. So we will study about the refractive index in detail. So the absolute refractive index, the relative refractive index, two different we will find. Okay. So here the refractive index of a given medium that we are going to discuss. So here two medium I have taken. So already we know that this formula sin I by sin R is always constant. Let us consider a ray of light is traveling through, wait 1 minute, I'll draw a slab. Chalo. Okay, sin I by sin R is always constant. So if we are considering a ray of light traveling from medium 1 to medium 2, okay, then the Snell's law we write it as sin I by sin R, which is always constant. So this constant is called as refractive index, which can be written with the letter N also. So the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So that we have written refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is equal to sin I by sin R. We'll write it like this. So the refractive index is the ratio of two similar quantities here. Two similar quantities means sine of angles. So it has no units. Refractive index has no units. Okay. So it is a pure number. Pure number. Okay. So what is this relationship between refractive index and speed of the light in the medium? If we see, suppose we are considering a ray of light traveling from air to glass. So here the diagram we can see the speed of light in air, and V2 is speed of the light in V1 is speed of the light in the air, and V2 means speed of the light in the glass, right? So the refractive index of the glass with respect to air is given by N2 by 1, means N glass by 8. Refractive index of glass you need to find, that is equal to speed of the light in the air and speed of the light in the glass. Okay, so that is only medium 1 and medium 2. Wait, I'll rub this. Hope you are able to understand. In the comment section you write down whatever the doubts you have. If you have no doubts, find out every time. Okay, in the comment section you write down. नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में टेलीग्राम लिंक ऑल्सो गिवन, यू कैन जस्ट सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल एंड टेलीग्राम लिंक ऑल्सो यू कैन ज्वाइन देर, यू कैन आस्क योर डाउट्स ऑल्सो. जितना ज़्यादा हो सके अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर करो. Okay, so here if I am considering V1 is the speed of the light in the air, V2 is the speed of the light in the glass. So the refractive index of glass with respect to air, this is glass and this is glass. So refractive index of glass with respect to air is equal to speed of the light in the air by speed of the light in the glass. Okay, so the refractive index of air with respect to glass, that is given with a ratio like this, and the speed of the light in the air. So how we'll write it is N1 by 2 equal to V2 by V1. So the refractive index of air with respect to glass is given by the ratio of speed of the light in the glass and speed of the light in the air. So next one is absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index, next topic. If the incident light ray is traveling through vacuum or air and is then refracted in a medium, then the value of the refractive index is called as absolute refractive index. The absolute refractive index of a medium is the ratio of the speed of the light in the air or vacuum to the speed of the light in the medium. So the formula can be written as N is equal to C by V. C is the speed of the light in the air and V is the speed of the light in the medium. Okay, so the speed of the light in the vacuum is, what is the speed of the light in the vacuum? Any guesses? It is just a very slight difference, 2 into 9, sorry. Speed of the light in the vacuum is, speed of the light in the vacuum is, what is the speed of the light in the vacuum? Oh, color I need. Okay, so here it is 2.9979 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Okay, and that of air is speed of the light in vacuum. Okay, then the speed of the light in the air is 2.9970 into 10 to power of 8 meters per second. Okay, so these two are the values, so very slight difference is there. Speed of the light in the vacuum is almost same as in the air. So to determine the refractive index, we'll consider air as as if it were vacuum. Understand? So different refractive indexes were given in your NCERT textbook, just to go through with that. Okay, so next one is relative refractive index. The relative refractive index of a medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is the ratio of speed of the light in medium 1 to the medium speed of light in medium 2. Oh, here it was jump. Okay, so now the refractive index of the medium is also defined as the ratio of speed of the light in the air and speed of the light in the vacuum. Okay, that is only finally we write it as n is equal to c by n is equal to c by v. N is equal to c by v. So the refractive index depends on the nature of the material of that particular medium and on the wavelength of the light which is used. So the refractive index values of certain common materials relative to the air. So those values were written at home. Okay, so those values were written at home. You can practice in the NCERT textbook. Those values were given. Okay, refractive index of all the solids, liquids and gases at different temperature. Normally room temperature it is at 20 degrees only. Generally you will get gases, few gases it is at 0 degrees Celsius. All the values were given in your NCERT textbook. At home only you people are there, no? So please do practice. Understand? So any doubts, write down in the comment section. Okay. So now the refractive index and optical nature of that particular medium when two transparent mediums are compared. So one has higher refractive index, that is called as optically denser medium, whereas that having a lower refractive index is optically rarer medium. So if in that tabular form, if you see, open the NCERT textbook and check the refractive index of flint glass, it is given as 1.65 and that of the water is 1.33. Few numericals also there, we'll practice in the next session these numericals. Okay, so optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. Mass density is different, optical density is different. So kerosene has refractive index 1.44 and water has 1.33. So kerosene is optically denser medium than water, but kerosene has less mass density than water, so that's why it floats. Okay, that's why it float on water. So this is about the refraction of light. How the refraction takes place in the lenses and all we'll discuss in the next chapter. So the refractive index, so the refractive index and speed of the light in a medium, if you see, n is equal to n equal to c by v. So c is the speed of the light in the vacuum which is fixed. The speed of the light in any medium which decreases with increase in the refractive index and vice versa, as they are inversely proportional to each other. So the refractive index of diamond, refractive index of diamond if you see 2.42. Refractive index of crown glass, it is 1.52. Okay, and water, okay, these are the few refractive indexes. So the speed of the light in these materials, how we'll write? Speed of the light in water, speed of the light in crown glass, speed of the light in diamond. If the question is given, the refractive index of diamond is 2.42, very very important question. What do you mean with this statement? It means that the ratio of speed of the light in the vacuum or air and the speed of the light in the diamond is equal to 2.42. Okay, so this is about the refractive index, refraction, loss of refraction, absolute refractive index, everything. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss about few ray diagrams of lenses, how the refraction takes place in the lenses. So hope you like the session. All of you like करो सेशन को, जितना ज़्यादा हो सके अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर करो बच्चों. ओके, so stay safe, stay healthy, be confident, be strong. Bye bye, all the best, take care.